What movies should you be getting excited about for the month of September? Well, you'll have to tune into my September movie guide to find out. Stay tuned. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Mid-Level Media channel. And I thought I would do something a little bit different today. So I talk about the latest Blu-rays, the latest 4Ks. I do all kinds of physical media based stuff on this channel, but I thought it would be fun to kind of look ahead because we're starting to get movies to come back out again. Of course, we've always had them coming out on Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max and Amazon Prime and all those places. And we're going to talk about those as well. But we got some movies coming out in theaters this month. And, you know, I just want to kind of dive into, I've got about 12 movies here that I want to talk about, the big notable releases that are coming out in the month of September. Just kind of dive in, give you all the rundown, tell you all what's coming out on what dates, and just give you all that information so that you know and that you're aware. And like I said, I'm going to talk about theatrically released films. I'm going to talk about films on VOD. I'm going to talk about new Netflix films because, to be quite honest, a lot of the most exciting stuff that's coming out this month is on Netflix. So we've got some cool stuff coming out in theaters. We got Disney Plus, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Hulu. I'm going to run down everything that's coming out across all platforms and how I want to kind of do this show and structure it. And I'm going to run it like it's a live show. I'm going to do very little editing with this. I'm going to put the posters up there in the corner so you can check those out. But I just want to dive into these releases by the date. And when I get done running down all the films that are coming out in the month of September that I believe that, you know, are notable enough to talk about, I'm going to rank them all based on my level of excitement for them. So I'm going to rank them all, and hopefully I'll get around to watching most of these this month, because at the end of the month of September, I want to start doing a video where I get everything together that I watched, everything new in the month of September, October, whatever month I decide to do. And I want to kind of give you all some reviews in maybe a longer video format. I'm not going to do like straight reviews. I may, if I go see Tenet, I might do a separate video for that. But at the end of the month, I'm going to get everything together, and I'm going to see how the list compares with what I was excited for, the ranking of that versus what I saw and what I actually liked, and I'm going to do a ranking based on that. So I think that could be pretty fun to kind of compare and contrast based on like my excitement level versus what actually happened. So I might be super excited for Tenet, and that might be the lowest one ranked on my list at the end of the month. I don't really think that's going to happen, but it could, who knows. But let's get into things, guys, because things are starting off today, actually. And I know I'm getting to this a little bit late. It's September 3rd right now. We're already 3 days into September, but I'm a little behind. You know, I've had some stuff going on this week. But we've got stuff coming out today. Tenet is coming out today. Of course, there's been early screeners, but this is domestically officially coming out today as far as like in every theater that's open in America. It will be out on the Thursday night previews and stuff like that, but it's coming out officially in America today, September the 3rd. Tenet is releasing, so super excited to go see Tenet. Of course, that's the movie that's been on everybody's mind ever since, you know, all the delays were announced. Is Tenet going to come out? Is it not going to come out? And then it was delayed like 3 times, and now it's officially coming out. And yeah, guys, I'm excited to go see Tenet. I don't know when I'm actually going to get to the theater to see it. Hopefully this weekend, or early next week possibly, but I also still want to see New Mutants at some point as well. So I'm going to go try to crank both of those out in one go, maybe go do a double feature. But Tenet in the theaters, it might just be my first theatrical return, and so that's going to be cool. The last movie I've seen in theater was The Way Back with Ben Affleck right at the beginning of all this quarantine mess. So I'm excited to get back into the theaters, and if Tenet has to be the one, if Christopher Nolan has to be the one to get me back into the theater, then yeah, I think Tenet's going to be a good movie to do it. So yeah, super excited for Tenet. Another thing that's coming out today, guys, is September the 3rd is Love Guaranteed, which is some kind of a Netflix romance, cheesy, corny romance movie. It's starring Rachel Lee Cook. If you don't know who she is, she was popular in the late 90s, early 2000s with the movie She's All That. I think she was in a movie called Antitrust. She was in a few movies here and there. Rachel Lee Cook's in this movie. Damon Wayans Jr. is in this movie. I think, if y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Damon Wayans Jr. was in the movie Let's Be Cops. So he's an actor. I think he might have been on the show New Girl as well. So he's an actor that's been in some stuff. So a romantic comedy with Rachel Lee Cook and Damon Wayans Jr. I don't know if I'm going to get to this, to be honest. But if you like romance movies and you want a movie to curl up with your significant other or somebody, this might be the one for you. But let's go ahead and move on to September 4th, guys, because we got a couple of really interesting titles coming out today. One's interesting for a different reason than the other one, but Mulan is coming out on September the 4th on Disney+. Now, what's interesting about this is, of course, the big controversy surrounding this is they are, not only do you have to be a subscriber of Disney+, but you have to pay $30 additional for the premium price tag for Mulan. So basically, if you're not already subscribed to Disney+, you're going to have to pay about $37 to see Mulan. Now, the one thing that you should note here is that once you pay this money to get Mulan, as long as you continue to be a subscriber of Disney+, you will keep that film on the Disney+ subscription. Now, if you cancel, you'll lose it. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that I'm going to see. I am excited to see Mulan. I don't know if I'm going to drop that $30 just yet. I might, but I'm not entirely sure. Especially because rumors are circulating that it's going to drop on Disney Plus for free to everybody in December anyway. So I might just have to wait for December for it. $30 is pretty steep. And I know that if I took my family to the theaters and stuff like that, I would probably be saving money to see it at home. But I just don't know. My family's not too into wanting to see Mulan. My kids are younger, and this kind of seems like a more serious war type movie. So I don't know if I would have been taking them to the theater to see it anyway. And yeah, as much as I do want to see Mulan, I don't think I'm going to pay the $30 for it. But if you want to pay the $30 for Mulan, it will be on Disney Plus tomorrow, September 4th, or whenever you're watching this. Maybe you watched it and it came out yesterday. It'll be on there tomorrow. Next up, guys, is a movie that I actually am pretty excited to check out, and it's on Netflix. It's called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. This is from the director Charlie Kaufman, writer and director Charlie Kaufman, who did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the movie with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet that came out in 2004, I think. So I am very interested in checking this one out. I've heard some really good things about it as far as early reviews. The movie starring Toni Collette, Jesse Buckley, Jesse Plemons. So a terrific cast right there. It looks kind of dark and depressing, but I am excited to watch it. I think I'm going to catch that sometime this weekend for sure. But moving on to September the 9th, guys, we have Cuties. You remember Cuties, the really controversial film from the middle of this month? Everybody was getting all upset about that American release poster, and rightfully so. It was completely disgusting. But Cuties will be hitting Netflix. It's a French film about little girl dancers, 11-year-old that wants to be a dancer. Thankfully, they've gotten rid of the Americanized poster. They put the other poster up, which I've got up below from the foreign poster, which was the right call to make, to pull that poster. Definitely, it was an abomination as far as posters goes. But yeah, if you're not already turned off by that initial poster to check out Cuties, I've actually heard good things about the film, that it's actually a really good film, and that American marketing shouldn't dissuade you from checking that out. So yeah, Cuties, I don't think I'm going to check it out. It doesn't seem like something I'd be interested in, but yeah, if you were interested in Cuties, it comes out on September the 9th on Netflix. Another thing that's interesting to note is a lot of these movies aren't releasing, as far as Netflix or VOD, they're not releasing on the traditional like Friday release date. Like a lot of the movies usually come out on Friday, TV shows, whatever. But you're getting some that's coming out on like Wednesday, Thursday, not just like lower profile ones, but like the higher ones. The ones that are more notable. And the next one I'm going to talk about is actually coming out on a Thursday, I think, and that's The Babysitter Killer Queen, which is a Netflix original and the follow-up to the 2017 The Babysitter, starring Samara Weaving, who's been in a lot of things recently, like Ready or Not. She's done a lot of those cult-type horror movies. But yeah, the original Babysitter was really fun. Of course, also starring Bella Thorne. She's in it as well. But yeah, the first one was really fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good kind of mix of like a home invasion, mixed with like a slasher, mixed with like a demon curse type movie. I don't know. It was a lot of different horror genres in one. But yeah, it was really fun. I enjoyed The Babysitter. The trailer for this, I reviewed it or reacted to it on my Instagram last week. It was a really cool trailer. It looks like this movie is going to be a ton of fun, and I'm excited to check out the Babysitter sequel, The Killer Queen, when it drops on Netflix on September the 10th. Another thing that's dropping on September the 10th is on HBO Max, and that is a movie called Unpregnant, which looks to be like a teen pregnancy type movie, but it's exclusive to HBO Max. It's starring Haley Lou Richardson, which, if you don't know her, she's an actress, a younger actress. She was in The Edge of 17. She was also in Split. She was one of the girls that was in Split. So, yeah, she's in it. And another interesting actor, Giancarlo Esposito, is credited to being in this film as well. The Gus from Breaking Bad. So, and the villain in the Mandalorian. So, yeah, I might just check this out based on the cast. It's a good cast. The teen pregnancy storyline's kind of generic. Kind of reminds me like an old ABC Family original movie, original TV show, or whatever from back in the day. But yeah, Unpregnant, I might just check that one out based on the cast. So next up, guys, and this is a big one. This is a really big one for me. I'm super excited for this one. On September the 16th on Netflix is The Devil All the Time. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, Netflix has got some ones this month that I'm super excited about between this and I'm Thinking of Ending Things and The Babysitter Killer Queen. Like, they've got some really high profile titles this month. This movie has an incredible cast. Let me just read this off to you guys. You have Robert Pattinson in this movie, Tom Holland, Bill Skarsgård, Haley Bennett, Riley Keough, and Sebastian Stan. So a lot of Marvel stars. Of course, you got Robert Pattinson, the upcoming Batman. You got Pennywise himself, Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, a terrific cast in this movie. The trailer looked great. All the posters, the promotional material, all looks very exciting. So yeah, The Devil All the Time, based on a book, I'm pretty sure, coming out on Netflix on September the 16th. Super excited for that. But on, which is also a Wednesday. To note, this is not coming out on Friday. It's coming out on Wednesday, so that's pretty cool. On September the 18th, which is a Friday, this is coming out straight to VOD. It was announced it was supposed to be theatrically released, but they just announced, I think a month or so ago, that it was going to go straight to VOD. So Antebellum, which is a horror movie starring Janelle Monáe that has some like butterfly effect, time travel, interdimensional stuff going on from what I remember from the trailer. But yeah, I'm super pumped when I saw this trailer. It looked really interesting, really cool. Of course, I'm just a super fan of horror. So anything horror, anything scary, anything weird, I'm automatically just drawn to. But yeah, really excited for Antebellum when it hits on VOD. I wish they would have went ahead and put this in theaters because it looks like everything's opening now. But I think they just kind of went ahead and just wanted to throw it on VOD. But I imagine it's going to be at that $20 price point. So I'm going to try to watch this one, definitely. I think I would probably lean towards getting this over Mulan if I had to pay big money for a movie. But yeah, Antebellum, super excited for that, coming out on VOD on September the 18th. Next up, guys, we have Enola Holmes, which is a movie starring Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill. So that's a great cast right there. This, from what I understand, is a Sherlock Holmes kind of spinoff. She's like his niece or daughter or something. But that comes out on Netflix again with the Netflix. This is the fourth movie. That's a pretty high-profile movie coming out on September the 23rd, which is also a Wednesday. So Enola Holmes is coming out on that date. And yeah, it looks okay. I didn't watch the trailer, but based on the cast, I'll probably check it out. Next up, guys, the next two movies we're going to talk about, the last two movies, are both theatrically released films coming out on September the 25th. So that's a Friday. Both of these are they're scheduled to be coming out in theaters at the end of the month. The first one is Greenland, starring Gerard Butler, which is some kind of generic disaster flick, end of the world type thing. It's probably has to, based on the title, probably something to do with global warming. I know the trailer dropped a couple months ago. I didn't get a chance to check it out. I don't like watching a lot of trailers unless I have to, because whenever I watch a movie, if I decide to watch a movie, I like to go in cold, not knowing anything. But I'm sure it wouldn't have hurt for me to watch that trailer. But to be honest, I see Gerard Butler and I just kind of groan. It's just, he used to be a pretty decent actor. He did some good stuff, but now he just does all this straight to VOD. Disaster flick, Geostorm, a lot of stuff that goes straight to the Walmart shelves. And yeah, it's I might watch it, I might not, but who knows. Next up, guys, we have Jessica Chastain coming out with Ava, which is some kind of a deadly assassin type movie. That's coming out in theaters on September the 25th as well. So both of those films are coming out on September the 25th. So now, guys, before I get on to my ranking, I want to note I didn't really want to cover like TV. There's a lot of cool TV shows and stuff coming out this month. I didn't want to go into a lot of TV. I might do a separate thing for that or start doing that. But I just wanted to strictly kind of keep this to the movies. But I think that I should note these kind of three television series that are coming out this month, if you guys are excited for those. So we have The Boys Season 2. That is coming out on September the 4th. We have Raised by Wolves, which is coming out on HBO Max on September the 3rd, which is actually today. That's that Ridley Scott sci-fi show. And Ratchet, which is a spinoff to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, is coming on Netflix on September the 18th. And The Boys, I don't think I noted, Season 2 is coming out on Amazon Prime. So I just wanted to kind of note those three high-profile kind of TV shows that are coming out this week, just so you all would know that. And I might start incorporating TV into these, but I kind of just wanted to focus this to movies, but I thought those were worth noting for sure. So, all right, guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the films that I just discussed and I'm going to rank them all for your enjoyment based on how excited I am for each one. So, number one to me, guys, the number one for this month is The Devil All the Time. I'm super excited for that movie. I'm glad it's coming on Netflix. Don't have to pay anything for it. I already had the subscription. Great cast. Based on the trailer, that's number one for me. That's the top movie. Number two is Tenet. Of course, like I've been excited for Tenet since I've seen that first trailer. It looks really cool. Christopher Nolan, great filmmaker. So I'm super excited for Tenet. That is my number two. Number three, guys, and this might surprise you, but it's Antebellum. Like I said, I think out of all these movies that I got to pay a lot of money for, I think Antebellum's probably going to be the one that I fork over my $20 for. Because it is leaning towards the horror and it's got some sci-fi elements, interdimensional time travel stuff in it. It looks like a really cool movie. So yeah, that's my number three. Number four, guys, is The Babysitter. So yeah, I really enjoyed the first Babysitter. This one looks like a lot of fun. I like these kind of slasher horror movies. I like that we're kind of, the slasher genre is something that's died in recent years with horror. And I'm glad to see it kind of making a resurgence with movies like The Babysitter. And yeah, it's, so yeah, I'm excited for The Babysitter. Excited to check that one out. That's my number four. Number five on my list is I'm Thinking of Ending Things. So this one looks really dark, really depressing, but really interesting. And, directed by Charlie Kaufman, who did Eternal Sunshine. I'm sure this is going to be a really good film, really solid film, and it's coming out tomorrow. So I'm excited to check that out. Number six, guys, Mulan. This might be a little higher if I was actually planning on purchasing it, but since I know that I'm probably not going to get it this month, that's my number six based on excitement, but I'm excited to check it out this December. All right, so next up on the list, guys, and we're starting to get into the territory where I wouldn't call this really excitement for these last six movies, but more just I want to watch this one more than I do the other ones. The other ones are I'm so not excited about the ones below this is kind of where I'm at with the ranking. But number seven is Enola Holmes. Like I said, I'm not like too excited for this, but I'm probably going to check it out. Millie Bobby Brown, and I don't know if she's been in a movie yet. Well, yeah, she was in the Godzilla movie. She hasn't done much acting outside of Stranger Things. So yeah, well, I'm excited to see what she can do in like a leading performance in this one for sure. So I'll definitely check that out. Number eight is Unpregnant. Like I said, it looks like a generic teen pregnancy movie. But based on the cast, I do like Haley Lou Richardson. I do like Giancarlo Esposito, obviously. So I think I'm going to check that one out. Number nine is Greenland. I don't know if I'm going to watch this. I haven't had to go to the theater to see it, and probably not going to happen. But number 10, Ava, By Default. I'm not really interested in this one at all. By default, it's my number 10 because the last two are so far down on my list. I'm probably not going to watch those at all. Number 11 is Love Guaranteed, which is that romantic comedy, whatever that is, with Rachel Lee Cook. I love She's All That. It's a good movie. Rachel Lee Cook definitely had her day back in the 90s, but I'm not really interested in anything she's doing now. The last one, guys, is Cuties. Yeah, I don't want to watch this. It's, the poster, regardless of what happened with the poster, I still wouldn't watch this. I'm still not interested in the movie. So that's my top 12 ranking for the month of September based on what I'm most excited for. Let me run it down again. Number 1, guys, The Devil All the Time. Number 2, Tenet. Number 3, Antebellum. Number 4, The Babysitter. Number 5, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Number 6, Mulan. Number 7, Enola Holmes. Number 8, Unpregnant. Number 9, Greenland. Number 10, Ava, Number 11, Love Guaranteed, and number 12 is Cuties in last place. So there's some other movies that are coming out this month that I've seen. A lot of them are really smaller. So if you want to do some digging, definitely get online and just look up all the movies that are coming out in September. But these are what I gathered to be the 12 like most important, most notable films to talk about. And hopefully as we go on in like October and things start picking up in the theaters, we'll have more stuff to talk about, more Netflix stuff, more Amazon stuff. Amazon Prime was pretty weak this month, Hulu as well, as far as like newly original films. They usually have more stuff coming out, but they got their shows coming out with the boys on Amazon Prime and all that. But yeah, hopefully we'll get more theatrically released stuff because we really only have Tenet and Greenland and Ava that's coming out this month of September that's announced so far. I know there's probably going to be some other small titles here and there, but like I said, these are the most notable stuff. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I definitely appreciate you watching this September movie guide. Like the video like always. Comment down below what you're most excited about as far as movies in September of 2020. Give me your top 3, give me your top 5, you know, whatever you decide to do. I want to know what you're excited about. Leave me that comment down below. And subscribe to this channel, the Mid-Level Media channel, for more great content. I'm going to be doing a Blu-ray haul for the month of August on this channel over the weekend. Then, of course, I'll be back on Monday for my physical media report, episode 21. We got a lot of interesting things to cover this Monday as far as physical media. I'll be doing Blu-ray hunting videos next week, probably some more unboxings. Lots of great content coming on this channel, guys. I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.